Still both tonight in Montreal gets a little dicey, but you guys pull it out. What do you think you guys are building here?
Well, just, Newsy talks about it a lot, is quiet confidence, and when things go a little sideways, we got a good foundation of character and guys that can kind of calm it down, and it's just a good feeling. Winning's contagious, and when you start to feel good, you get used to those situations, and it was a little closer than we wanted, but 2 points is 2 points in this league.
After the way it went against those guys last year, how encouraged were you by actually the start tonight and obviously to get the win?
Yeah, the start was huge, and I think the next step for us is kind of just continuing that. When we get up and 4-0, we can't allow goals late in periods, and we've done that 2 games in a row, and we have to keep our foot on the gas or play a more simple game and continue to play offense. You can't defend for 20 or 40 minutes in this league. Teams are too good. They get feeling too good. So that's kind of what happened the last 2 nights.
How much difference does it make just be able to score as much as you guys have been able to for the most part of the season?
Yeah, it's really nice. We're getting it from all guys. Fabs has come in and pretty amazing what he's done, and he's really. We got a good thing in this locker room right now, and coming home from Sweden, we gelled really well, and it's just it's showing up on the ice, and we care about each other. We care about playing the right way, and it's a lot of fun right now.
How much just the excitement now you're going to be adding Patrick Kane at some point soon?
Yeah, it's really exciting, and I know I've known Kaner a little bit from World Championships, and he just seems really excited to be here, which is pretty cool. I've noticed him taking time with young guys and talking to them, and he loves hockey. He's passionate about hockey, and that's for young players, young guys, even myself, to see that it's really cool. But when we get on the ice, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's not going to be just watch Kaner. We got to keep the same momentum, and especially his first few games, it's going to be a good environment to come into for him, I think.
Thank you. Yeah. How interesting did it get there at the end for you?
It was interesting. It's a very talented team, so you can't take anything for granted. I think we're slowly making strides in that department of finishing games, but we still have a ways to go. And it's a really important part of becoming the team that we want to be. So we have to continue to focus on that and stay loose in those moments. And but overall, boys played super hard tonight, and appreciative.
What's the other opponent's going to come at you as well, gauging how much of it is you maybe sitting back as a team, or with them just really, stepping up as well, which is going to happen.
Definitely going to happen. It's a very good league. You got to be very careful, but I think it's one of the hardest skills to acquire is the ability to remain calm in tense situations, and that's something I think every team can get better at in those very critical situations. The best teams excel, and most games in this league come down to 1 goal, so 1 or 2 goals to an empty net. So those are the situations when you have to be at your best. And tonight we managed to execute, but we can still definitely make strides.
These 2 teams have kind of been parallel for a long time, and you got here this year. I'm just curious, how much do you feel that in a game like this, where you're coming into kind of the quote-unquote rivalry for the first time? Do you feel that these teams kind of have a little bit of a rivalry coming, or?
To be honest with you, not really. I mean, you have your own personal. I got to play these guys at the end of the year last year when they were fighting for a playoff spot. So I saw firsthand how dangerous they are, and they're on the right track, and they have a lot of very young, talented players. So it's just it's about us at the end of the day, and I think if we continue to focus on them moving forward, we'll be all right.
Alex, Larkin said that there's something building in this locker room and just the confidence and the group. How do you guys continue to build off that and keep going forward?
Yeah, it's hard work is all it is. You have to continue to be consistent every day, and work extremely hard. There's no secrets and there's no shortcuts. You have to bring a very level attitude and make sure you're bringing your best every day, whether it's a practice day, whether it's an off day, whether it's a game day. You have to try and be at the top of your game. So if we continue to do that, good things are going to happen.
Dylan, just talk about what you guys have been building since you came back from Sweden. What do you see you guys have been able to do differently?
I think we're just playing responsible. Forwards are doing a good job of being a good defensive posture. We got a good high forward all the time. D's can gap up them. Getting great goaltending. And power plays kind of kicked in for us again. So a combination of things have been going well for us.
And just the past 2 games, I mean, the Montreal made it close, Buffalo made it close, but just being able to stay calm, how much difference does that make?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's natural when you're up a few goals to kind of relax a little bit, which isn't a good thing, but it does happen. It is kind of a natural reaction, something that we have to fix, obviously, because you don't want to be doing that, especially going down the stretch when teams are hungry for points. So something we have to correct and be aware of late in games, not getting sleepy, not relaxing.
The way the Buffalo scored against you guys last year in those games, how much of an emphasis was it to especially get a good start with them and obviously shut them down, especially?
Yeah. I mean, they're a team we're competing with for sure. So obviously they gave it to us pretty good last year. We remembered that. We wanted to come in here and give them a good game, and overall I think we're pretty happy with the result.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank
All
you.
right, guys. No worries.
Derek, how important was the start you guys were able to build tonight?
Very important, obviously. We've been starting very well of late. Huge credit to the guys. And obviously, we've needed these leads, so good start for us.
Robbie Fabry continues to produce
Yes.
offensively.
Yeah, I mean, shooting percentage like 40%. Good on him. He's got an NHL stick. I think he's just doing some quality things around the whole ice to get himself in those positions, and obviously he's cashing in right now.
Just the way you guys have been able to rack up victories since coming back from Sweden. I know you don't want to put too much into those games, but it seems like you guys are building something.
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty good focus for a while now. Pretty good stretch. For the most part, I like a lot of what we're doing. Today's third period, even though we held on, was a little different than Montreal today. We were self-inflicted, just the penalties, even the penalty at the end of the period, even taking one at the end. We're going to learn to have a little more poise. The good thing is we've been putting ourselves in these situations, and hopefully we can learn from it.
Dylan obviously came back. I mean, you don't anticipate there being anything?
Nope, obviously when he came back, so obviously we'll practice tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have him for Thursday.
You talked about the third period. I mean, like, when you build that kind of poise, some of it's natural, right?
I think so. Some natural, some individual. Again, it's sporadic play. It's not, again, we had looks very similar to the other day. We had a couple chances to get the 5th goal, to put it out of reach. And then you'll look back and, the 5-on-5 will be very evenly played. But it's just, the penalty, just fueling them. And a team with that kind of skill, it's just putting yourself in a bad situation. That's what we did tonight.
Do you anticipate Kane Thursday, maybe, Patrick?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll get the practice tomorrow. All along, we want to get another 5-on-5 practice tomorrow, and then we'll probably evaluate after that.
Lyon with the 29 saves tonight. His performance, your assessment?
Excellent. I can't fault him in any of the goals. Some big saves, some timely saves. Even early on, obviously we had a 2-0 start, but again, a penalty, momentum changed. We were on our heels there for the rest of the first. He made a couple of big saves. He's been excellent.
Thanks, guys.